Kieran, a frustrating afternoon, but unfortunately some more bad news in Tyrese John-Jules and Don Bull.
Yeah, that's been disappointing over the last few days to learn. So Dominic has picked up a serious knee injury. Picked it up in the Cheltenham game. Something, a really innocuous moment that he didn't really feel it. Was okay after that. Didn't feel quite right in the Bracknell game, and with the examination this week has a very complicated issue in his meniscus cartilage. So that's very likely to rule him out for the season, and it's going to be a long road ahead for him. So extremely disappointing for him, and of course he has all of our thoughts, and knowing the character, he'll work very hard to be back again. And Tyrese, hamstring injury, is under specialist review at the moment as to whether he needs surgical repair. Quite a major tear, so very disappointing. Again, he has to see whether it will be a surgical repair or not. So yeah, two big losses for the group. Two players who I feel like were probably primed to start coming into their own over the next few months, having built up over the couple of months previous, and going to be two big losses. But we go on as a squad. Can't fault the players one bit for their effort and their attitude at training and in games, and we need to be really strong now as a group of players and as a staff and as a club, and stay really positive in attacking the upcoming games.
An early departure today as well, Janoy Danassian. Hopefully the early assessment is it's not too bad, or?
Yeah, we don't think too bad. He felt some tightness in the warm-up, but he wanted to give it a go, but it was getting a little bit worse as the game went on. But on first look, hopefully no major damage, and hopefully he's come off early enough.
And on the game, boss, what's your assessment?
Yeah, I think anyone who's in the stadium certainly can understand the flow of the game and the emotions at the moment. I thought performance-wise it was probably the best first 30 minutes of my time here, especially in this context of a game against a team who were coming to defend with a lot of bodies and frustrate us. I thought we'd done almost everything that we wanted to do, apart from going and getting more goals, but of course got the first early one. I thought there was so many positive things about the performance. I thought we were excellent in 99% of it all the way through, but of course the 1% is the biggest percent. They had one shot that shouldn't go in and it goes in the net, and we had 29 or 30 or whatever it was, and didn't manage to score. So of course the boys are disappointed in the productivity on both ends, and we didn't get the rub of the green. In reality, we hit the underside of the bar and bounced down millimetres away from a goal, and millimetres away from the goal from Panucci at the end. Hits the inside of the post and rolls across the line. Their goalkeeper made some fantastic saves, and they made some fantastic blocks, and if them margins go our way, then I can honestly say I'll be standing here talking about what I thought was an excellent performance. So fine margins. We're certainly not getting the rub of the green, we feel, at the moment, but we're doing a lot of good things as a team, and there was a lot of good things about the day. I thought the crowd were fantastic, and I thought the performance was very good. Unfortunately, we didn't get the goals that we needed to win the game.
These results, can create emotion, both in the dressing room, in the people that watch the game, but how do you feel that the squad is approaching it and saying, straight on to the next?
Yeah, we need to keep our belief. You know what, I thought we would score right the way through the second goal, so that's a really good sign, because I see the players every day and I believed that we were going to score. Right until the very last seconds, and how we didn't, I don't know, but I had that belief. I thought the players on the pitch had that belief, and it's a draw. A draw is not a loss. Of course, at home to Cheltenham is a game that we need to win and we want to win. But we've conceded, probably the last, I don't know how many shots on target. So many of them seem to have went in the net at the moment, and we've not been productive in terms of taking ours. But if we keep doing those things, we're going to win a lot more games than we're going to lose. So look, there's so many positives there in the group. The players are disappointed. We're not shying away from it. We know that we need to do better in them big moments in both boxes. But at the same time, it's about keeping belief, keeping spirit. Again, we're going to need it. The group is small, is tight than it has been. We had Cameron Burgess on up front at the end just to have that extra threat, where we would have a John-Jules or a Ghassan Hadney in terms of another option to score a goal. But the players did, within reason, everything that they could, and the effort was there, and the ideas were there, and there was a lot of good things. We just fell a little bit short on the execution, and again fell a little bit short on the luck.
Yes, there were the other moments, as you say. Should it have been a penalty late on Ladapo?
I thought it was, and I haven't watched any of the instances back. I thought it was a penalty on Freddie. I thought it was a handball at the end from the angle that we were at. I thought, yeah, look, I'm not going to go into the referee much because I'd rather concentrate on our performance and the things we need to do better. What I will say is that the league really need to find consistency in the time added on, because we've had 8-9 minutes. I think we had 9 minutes away to Forest Green, where there was no time wasting in the game, and Cheltenham did what they did, and have the it's very hard for the referees to stop them doing that, but you can send a message with the time that you added on. The official was going to add on 6 until we made the sub right at the end, and then it went to 7. But again, for what was going on in the game, I don't think in the context of what's been added this year that was anywhere near enough.